here. We don't have to go through all this. Ah! Hello and welcome to an all-new episode of Just the Dumbest. I'm Hot Toddy.
I'm Miss Pengrino.
You
normally say my name.
Okay, good. Glad you're with us. Miss Pengrino's here. No, listen, if you're not familiar with Just the Dumbest, what we do is we talk about some of just the dumbest things that the world has to offer. Miss Pengrino, what have we talked about? We've talked about criminals multiple times. We've talked about products. We've talked about beauty trends that could kill you. So many different things. Tradition. I mean, all kinds of different things. Now, in the last episode, we started what I hope to be a new tradition on Just the Dumbest, where we talk about some of just the dumbest to catch a predator moments. We talked about how predators were well, especially the one that we covered. John Kennelly was one of the dumbest predators that was ever on the history of that show. But what's crazy is that, of course, you know, predators are not just on To Catch a Predator. They're everywhere. As a matter of fact, people have branched out and picked up where Chris Hansen left off, even though he's still doing the thing. But my point is that they wanted to follow in his footsteps and find some of these gosh darn bad mama jammas, boo, these bad people. Yes. What? These horrible people that do horrible things or want to do horrible things with the children. And so they've done some amazing work. And one of those people that have been caught, well, there's been a few famous people that have been caught, but one of those few people we're going to talk about on this edition of Just the Dumbest, Miss Pengrino.
Okay, let's go.
But are you interested?
No.
Do you want to know who I'm even talking about?
No.
I'm pretty sure I've asked you 1,000 times.
Why aren't you talking? I feel like I'm doing all the talking. My throat hurts.
Well, because you're literally like just going and going and going, and you're not shutting up. So who are we talking about?
Well, we're waiting.
EDP445. That's right. I'm sure you've heard about him all over the internet. Well, everyone except for one person. And it's this person right here. It's this guy right over here. So, what we're going to do is we're going to talk about the crazy drama, the ups and downs, the non-stop, really, entertainment that is the EDP445 situation. So, that is why this episode...
No.
This episode, it's called Just the Dumbest EDP445 Moments.
Let's go!
EDP445. Miss Pengrino, like I said, you're not familiar with the gentleman, are you?
I'm not.
So you're not familiar with what EDP stands for?
No.
It stands for Eat Dat
Potty Mouth.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So just to give you an idea of who we're dealing with, that's why because I didn't know who EDP445 was until all this got started.
Yeah.
But it makes me wonder, like, well, couldn't you have guessed that he was a bit of a scumbag when his YouTube name is Eat That 445?
Are we even allowed to say that?
No, we're not.
Okay.
I'm going to have to censor it.
Beep, 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 beep,
but just for good measure, Eat That 445. I'll do it again. That's fine.
There's going to be so many beeps in this episode.
That's right. But anyway, like, yeah, so it's like he got discovered for being a predator 2 years ago in the spring of 2021.
Yeah.
But it has not stopped. So, like, he was called out as a predator 2021, right? Okay, you think that would be it. You think he'd be canceled. You think he'd go to jail. But because it was done by vigilantes who were not working congruently with law enforcement like To Catch a Predator does, he was never arrested. So in the 2 years since him getting caught, he has been banned from YouTube, banned from TikTok, banned from like all the platforms.
All the things.
But he's come back with his own website where he tries to put videos out, but it's just not working. People do not like him, and anybody that actually goes to his website just trolls the hell out of him. Yeah, obviously, and obviously. And he is this horrible person, but he just can't admit it. Well, he did admit it, but we'll get into that. So let me break down the initial capturing of EDP445. So this is what originally happened in 2021.
We have you talking to Sophie, correct? Yes or no?
Right.
Okay. Sophie is how old? Before, and again, I have it right here. I know the answer, but I just need you to tell me the answer. How old is she?
13.
13, okay. And before we get into the messages,
Like
there was sexual...
he openly admits it too.
Fully aware.
But that's the thing. He openly admits it, but he goes down this same predator path where he's like, oh, but I wasn't talking sexual to her. There's nothing wrong with just talking to the person. Like, I wouldn't do anything else. But then he showed up. Yeah. See, that's the thing, is that they set him up, and he showed up to the location. But he eventually has an excuse for that too.
And you sent...
Correct.
Okay, all right. So...
He didn't just send a dick pic, Miss Pengrino. He also sent a pic of his poo in the toilet.
I'm sorry, what? Why?
I think they at some point mentioned that they liked that. They equally liked that, and so yeah.
What the hell is even that?
Again, he's a scumbag. So what do you expect?
Again, so what brings you out here today?
Well, I was coming out here to...
Glasses off.
Listen to the excuse.
Well, I was actually coming out here to pick up a cupcake and then go back home.
That was his excuse. I was here to pick up a cupcake. That's all.
Cupcake.
And in the 2 years since this has happened, he has been trolled with like, hey, you want to get some cupcakes? How about a cupcake?
Oh,
Want some cupcakes?
So, I mean, because you set yourself up for that.
That's right. So it's
and
like...
why is he being so... I mean, he's being so cooperative, like, glasses off. Oh,
right.
Okay. Like...
Well, you got to put the... Because you got to put yourself in these predators' positions. I mean, they did it with...
I don't think I could.
No.
They do it with Chris Hansen, too. They're like, okay, yeah, I'll do whatever you want, because they know they've been caught, and they're going to try to desperately talk their way out of the situation, even though they know they probably can't do it.
Yeah.
But they're going to do everything they can to try to talk themselves out of it, even though... I mean, at this point, because it's been almost 20 years since the style of To Catch a Predator, that way of doing it was born.
Yeah.
They should know that they're going to have the...
How long ago did this happen?
They're going to have the chat logs, is what I'm saying. They know they're going to have the chat logs.
Oh, yeah. How long ago did this happen?
The EDP situation?
Yes.
2 years ago. Happened in April of 2021. Okay. All right, so now you get the gist. He was caught in 4K trying to meet up with a 13-year-old. This goes on for like an hour.
Cupcake.
Yeah, for a cupcake. And he thinks it's a cupcake. So, this goes on for an hour, and he denies, but he was caught, right? Okay.
Yeah.
So let's fast forward to 2023.
Okay.
In the last 2 years, he has maintained his innocence. He has said that I did not do anything. This was all this misunderstanding. I was just going to have to get a cupcake. It was fine. Nothing bad happened. Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, in earlier this year, about 5 months ago or so, he took to online, and this is really cringeworthy.
He took to the online.
Why are you the way that you are?
Am I on trial here? Am I the one on trial, or is it EDP? Just let me know so I know what's going on.
Keep going.
You!
So anyway, a few months ago, he came online and held what was clearly a made-up interview with an AI voice. And the AI voice was like asking him questions.
No.
And the AI voice was the voice of Barack Obama.
No, it was not.
It was Barack Obama.
Oh my God.
It was so stupid. He was talking to the Barack Obama AI voice that made it sound like he was in an interview that was supporting him, right?
Yeah.
And then he talked about how all this was just a scene for like a movie he was working on. All that happened back in 2021, that was with a production team who was trying to get him into the movies, and so this was sort of like an audition. And
right. We're going to call you a predator.
That's right.
To audition to be in a movie.
Exactly. Yes.
Because that makes so much
He says it's all been misunderstanding. He is innocent of everything. This was just like a Hollywood thing.
Chet basically had some chat logs and stuff like that, and he just wrote out a scenario and just told me to go with it, and that's what happened.
And what gave you the confidence that Chet Goldstein was actually affiliated with Wavelength Productions?
Look at that.
Again, in the email that I received from him, it had the Wavelength Productions, it had the logo, it had, a proper outing, when you look at...
When you're innocent, you don't tend to say over and over and over. You know what I mean?
Yeah. My watch is telling me to breathe.
Breathe?
Yeah. I just thought you'd like to know.
Miss Pengrino, you gotta breathe.
Yeah.
Because I know this is also stupid.
I'm a dumbass.
But did you see that big banner that says, breaking news, EDP445 is innocent? And look at this email. I could write that up in a PowerPoint. Look at the misplaced punctuation.
Yeah.
Look at that is a fake brand. Everyone called them out immediately. Like, you just made this up in PowerPoint. I've made stuff like this in PowerPoint.
You probably made better stuff.
I've made better stuff in PowerPoint, okay? I've made stuff like this in Canva. Like, you can make this stuff in an instant. And then did you hear the AI voice? The Barack Obama AI voice?
See, I don't think I would have triggered that it was Barack Obama.
Yeah.
Because it's like sped up.
I mean, listen, it for me it was instantly Obama. Like that had to have been him. Like so instead of just finding a random AI voice, he chose one of the most well-known voices in American history.
Hello, this is President Barack Obama, and you're listening to Hot Toddy on the Smoking Hot Podcast.
Because why not?
So go for it,
no.
So that was a few months ago, where he was saying, "Oh no, this was all a bit. It was all just a bit. This wasn't a real thing. This was all just no. It's all fine. Don't worry about it." Okay, and then we're not done. Literally, not. I don't know, like a month or two later. Was it? No. It was like it was like 1 month. No, 2 or 3 months later. EDP then takes to the internet and does this, Miss Pengrino.
You guys already know what the happened. I'm taking full responsibility, full accountability for my actions. You know what I mean?
So you went and got that cupcake.
Yeah, exactly. So now
you knew you were going to get a 13-year-old cupcake, and you went to do it. And you're admitting it.
Like, how do you feel right now? I want to know how you feel right now. How do you feel right now?
I don't know if I feel.
Do you feel anything?
Confusion.
'Tis confusion!
I really feel like we're gonna flip-flop back to he feels like he's innocent again.
Well, it gets worse.
Oh God!
It gets.
Laundry's done.
Laundry's done.
Oh, he said it!
No, Miss Pengrino, it gets so much worse. So he got caught.
Which, pause 2 seconds.
Yeah.
First off, in the innocent, and because he's innocent,
and
now I'm taking fucking full responsibility
Because fuck.
So why do we pick one phrase or word and just repeat it over and over?
Because guilty people don't know how to talk about their innocence when it doesn't exist.
Okay. I just needed to make that known because that's really bothering me.
Yeah. So just to catch you up to speed, he got caught and spent the next 2 years maintaining his innocence.
Right.
Then 5 months ago, he says, "No, this was all a bit. I was auditioning to be in a big Hollywood movie because I'm gonna be
telling Obama that.
That's gonna be yes. I'm gonna be a big movie star.
I'm gonna be a big boy. I'll be in the movies.
I'm big boy. It's gonna be in movies. And then, like 2 or 3 months after that, he finally takes accountability, saying, "I did it." He says a little bit more.
Taking the proper measures and the proper steps forward to seek out help, to try to, get my head on.
Pause 2 seconds. For people who really do have an issue, if they do actually take the proper times to seek out help, I do hope it helps you, and I hope you get the help that you need.
Because there were a couple of success stories from like To Catch a Predator of people that actually got their crap together and managed to create a better life for themselves. Obviously, there's no excuse. There is no coming back from trying to hurt a child in that way. It murder and the other word, the R word. Like that's stuff that even if you have learned your lesson, you don't fully come back from. But at least you've learned and you actually tried to better yourself. People like EDP445, that ain't never going to happen.
Yeah.
Never going to happen.
I just wanted to make the statement for people who are legit. Mm-hmm. This is not.
Yeah.
You can clearly tell this is not. Okay, keep going.
So he's admitted it, right, Miss Pengrino? He's taken accountability. Well, just the other day.
Accountability.
Yes. Just the other day. One of my...
By the other day?
Like literally just a few days ago.
Okay. I say that and I couldn't...
Okay.
Yakety yak, yakety yak, yak, yak.
One of my favorite YouTubers, Skeeter Jean. Shout out to Skeeter Jean. Love your content. I just came across him when I was doing my To Catch a Predator stuff. When I was doing the Get Real on To Catch a Predator.
Yeah.
I was looking up all kinds of like different like people that were doing the same thing online.
Yeah.
And Skeeter Jean was one of the ones that popped up. I'm like, okay, interesting. So I looked into his work, and for the last 2 weeks, I've become like a huge fan of his stuff.
All right.
So much so that he has now even gone even more viral Because guess who he caught in a sting, Miss Pengrino?
Oh no.
This is not a fucking joke, man.
I'm just seldom at a loss for words. 2 years ago you were caught.
Kiss my ass.
Kiss my ass.
I'm a 13-year-old.
I'm not talking to you. He's talking to you.
Bullshit, man, that y'all doing right now.
Now that's just a taste of what's to come in the
2
Skeeter.
seconds. Is that guy dressed like a cupcake?
So that's Gideon. He works with Skeeter Jean a lot, and he likes to troll a lot of.
He's dressed like a cupcake.
He is, yeah,
He's
exactly.
dressed like
yeah.
a freaking cupcake.
He likes to troll the predators. So in this one, yeah, he's dressed up like a big cupcake again to troll. But you hear EDP.
Yeah.
You hear how he just like kiss my ass. Like he doesn't. He sounds like he doesn't care anymore. He's just like, you know what? I like children.
Probably never cared to begin.
No, exactly. He's like, I like children, so I'm just here for it. So this is just a little clip that was leaked out on purpose by Skeeter Jean and Gideon for an upcoming video that Skeeter Jean is going to put out about EDP, and I can't wait to see it. It's going to be bigly huge, as they say. But yeah, so EDP has been caught again. And I don't know what the outcome is. We haven't heard like any information, like maybe did he finally get arrested after this? Because this is the second time he's got caught up in a sting. This time with Skeeter Jean and Gideon, and it's just embarrassing for him at that point. So that's where we are. Yeah. Is he got caught, denied it for 2 years, said it was all fake, then took accountability and said, I'm sorry I did it, and now he's caught again. Is your brain hurting a little bit? Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I think the world's is too, Miss Pengrino.
I mean, because, like... Not to say that a lot of the predators on To Catch a Predator were probably not caught multiple times. Mm-hmm. I mean, they probably were. At least the first one we just watched last week was caught twice.
Yeah, well, he was caught twice on that show, but even ones, like, after that would say, like, you know... I've been caught before, but I didn't go to jail, or they didn't press charges or something like that. You know, they make a point to make that clear that it's happened before.
Yeah. So I want to know what's going on in their heads.
Yeah, you know, me both, brother.
Who am I? What am I?
So how do you feel about all this, about EDP?
Well, I think he's full of shit.
No, he is, yeah, and he's a bad person, and
he's a predator.
He needs to be taken off the streets.
Definitely is. Yeah. He absolutely does not have any remorse, it seems like, for what he's doing.
Especially now. No, it's very clear he doesn't care.
He's not going to seek help out for his problem like he said he would.
Well, he's seeking help. He's seeking it in a very weird way right now.
In getting more cupcakes. Yeah. Because, you know, apparently 13-year-old cupcakes are pretty sweet to him.
Well, no, 13-year-old cupcakes are very stale and like, oh, you shouldn't.
That's not what I meant.
They'd make you sick.
And I grossed myself out with what I said.
So you're not doing well with this.
I'm not.
No.
I'm not. First off, people who would go for younger people, like underage people, well, not younger people, because we all, you know, once you hit a certain age, it's fine. It grosses me out.
No, it's disgusting.
It does.
Yeah.
I know that mentally some people are just, you have issues, but you should seek help for said issues.
Mm-hmm. But EDP is the exception to that because he will never seek help.
No.
And if he's allowed to stay on the streets, he's just going to keep doing it.
He's going to keep doing it. He's going to keep doing it until eventually he finds somebody for real and hurts them.
And you know,
which is unfortunate and terrible.
It makes you wonder how many times he's done this in the last 2 years and hasn't gotten caught.
I really hate to think about that.
Yeah. So, bottom line, EDP, you can eat this. Was that a good message or not?
No.
Why are you crying? What's wrong with your eyes?
I'm not crying.
What's wrong with your eyes?
I don't know.
Did EDP445 break your heart?
It could be.
That's probably broke everybody's heart. There. But there you have it. That's EDP445 on Just the Dumbest. He really is one of just the dumbest human beings on the planet. And he gets, I hope he gets everything that he deserves. And on that note, that's going to do it for us on this edition of Just the Dumbest. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Clicky the bell.
Ding.
Clicky that bell so that you get all the notifications. And then you can go to slide into our About section and you can find the merch shop. Listen, we're in mid-September already. Mm-hmm. The cold weather is just around the corner.
Sure. It's supposed to be, but I really don't know if we're going to get to it this year. Anyways.
You never say anything. And then when I need you to say something, you don't.
Bitch, are you for real?
Also in our About section, you can find the Smokin' Hot Toddcast. It's on our SoundCloud page. Season 10 is underway. We've already done a few episodes. I don't know where we are at this point, but the season's going great, so you need to check it out today, either on our SoundCloud page or wherever better podcasts can be found. For Just the Dumbest, I'm Hot Toddy.
I'm Miss Pengrino.
Good night.
Night.